Hi everyone, I'm Ninness, your loan pro in Denver, Colorado, with another episode of How Much Mortgage Can I Afford? Today we're going to be reflecting back on the first quarter of 2018, now that we have all the figures out on home prices, statistics. We're going to talk a little bit about interest rates today as well, so stay tuned for all that information. As always, if you like what you're watching, make sure you like, subscribe, follow, do what you need to receive this every single week. It is a weekly series. Otherwise, thanks for watching this episode of How Much Mortgage Can I Afford? Happy May, and thanks again for joining me on another episode of How Much Mortgage Can I Afford? We're fully into the spring buying season, and a lot has happened already this year, from large increases on values of homes, as well as rising interest rates. There's a lot to cover, so I figured it's about time we do another state of the market. So let's start with interest rates. One of the biggest driving forces of where rates are heading is actually the prime rate, which is set by the Federal Reserve. The prime rate is based on the Wall Street Journal, and is a general consensus of 23 banks for the standard rate that you can borrow money at. As the feds increase the cost for a bank to borrow money from the U.S. government, banks in turn pass that increase on to you, the consumer. The most recent hike occurred in February of this year and increased the prime rate by 0.25%. There's 3 more rate hikes expected this year, which means that we will more than likely see interest rates continuing to increase by about that same amount, 0.75, by the end of the year. Now, to answer a question a lot of you might have, why do they even increase rates? Simply put, increasing interest rates keeps the cost of goods from rising too fast. Your milk that costs $2 today might cost $3 tomorrow through inflation. But by increasing the rates, it theoretically keeps a cap on that and prevents it from going all the way to $4 or $5. So over the year, we're going to see an increase to rates for financing a home, but there's still some great ways to save money by setting up your mortgage correctly. The key here is to explore your options. The fact is, we are now 0.5% higher on rates than the start of the year. Now, switching topics to housing prices, figures for March are now out. Inventory in the month of March rose 5.56%, and February 5.31%. Now, that's over March of 2017, which tells us that the spring buying season has actually started sooner than other years. Inventory and sales were down over January and February because the inventory we had was gobbled up so fast. We actually saw a 9.24% decrease in sold homes from March of 2017. Active inventory is 4,084 homes, encompassing 11 counties that make up the Denver metro area, so very limited on that. Sold prices were actually up 10.85% for an average just over $496,000 average home price. But a lot of that's bolstered by homes selling north of $1 million. We have a glut of inventory on luxury homes that have been selling pretty readily. What's more important is that we actually look at the median price point, which is $425,000, but that still represents a 10.10 increase over March of 2017. So most competitive price ranges, $300,000 to $400,000 for single-family homes, $200,000 to $300,000 for condos and townhomes. The bottom line is the market is booming hot here in Denver, but fortunately we are still helping our clients get under contract, and the difference is our pre-approval process is just superior, and we go out of our way to make sure listing agents know how qualified our clients are, so we make sure we call them, review the offers, etc., and we're having great luck with that. So if you need help, as always, feel free to call, send me an email, visit me online at www.financemedenver.com. We'd love the opportunity to help you with your home search. Otherwise, I'm hoping that this gives you a real good idea about where the market is right now for both interest rates and housing prices in the Denver metro area and what's happened in the first quarter. It's heated up pretty quick. Stay tuned. Next week, we're going to be talking about specifically inspection issues, different inspection items that you might encounter during the process of buying a home. So make sure you're watching for that episode. And thanks for joining me on this episode of How Much Mortgage Can I Afford? Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow if you can. We appreciate it.